One of the advantages of being a Chinese student is that you're going to actually have a very, very solid educational background. One of the challenges, I think, for Chinese students, there's a bit less of an interaction. What we really encourage all of our international students to challenge and to learn from other students in the class and to add your knowledge and contribution to the classroom setting.
Chinese students are sometimes coming across as less creative, and I would say that is down to the education system, because in China, the education system is about memorizing. You memorize line by line and you repeat after the teacher. But here, the style is just a bit different. They train students to think a bit more critically, and they train students to think more outside the box.
The Chinese students are usually very knowledgeable about what they want to do with their degree. They want to come to the UK to study, to really put in practice what they have studied back in their country.
For me, the biggest barrier that we find for Chinese students when they come to the UK is not necessarily getting the language levels they need to get into the university. It's ensuring that they continue to use the English language when they're at the institutions. Quite often they speak, Mandarin with their classmates rather than speaking English.
Chinese students often struggle with English and like to stick to other Chinese students and form groups. The role of universities to try to get Chinese students integrated into wider student society.
Chinese students are incredibly hardworking, but the teaching system in China is quite different from the UK teaching method at universities, where independent learning is really important at university. And this is the thing that a lot of Chinese students, I think, find difficult.
The testing process is very good because we tend to find that the students who come to us have good grades, and we find that happens generally from students who've done the Gaokao.
One of the positives about the entrance exam is certainly you've got one focus to pass the exam, and a lot of emphasis is put on that to make sure that students get the best possible outcome.
Young student, they only have this one chance to get in at the university. If they don't, they have to go back to high school and repeat. So that puts too much pressure on a student.
The upside of it would be that it would produce very academically qualified people beyond any doubt. However, here in the UK, I think we're all about giving second chances.
The Gaokao is a very interesting system because, in my opinion, it limits students. The Gaokao, I believe, it depends year to year. So one year, maybe mathematics will be very difficult, and maybe another year it'll be easy. And the universities and the government decide how many spaces they need to fill, and then they adjust the difficulty of the test accordingly. Whereas in the UK and the US, the standardized examination system, it's set in stone. Year upon year, it is the same level, the same requirements for everyone. So I think it is a bit unfair to Chinese students to be adjusting that constantly to keep people who could succeed out.
It can really broaden your horizons, and it can be a very exciting time for students.
From different religions, from different backgrounds, you learn a lot.
The most important thing is just the lifelong connections that students will be making in their time.
Studying abroad shows that you're very independent. Create that independence and sort of learn from a different culture, a different way of working as well.
It really adds to your profile as a graduate and your CV when you're applying for positions as well.
Coming here and having to get out of your comfort zone is really important in terms of how adaptable you are to life in the future.
You literally get an international experience. The knowledge that you get from the places that everyone else lives, it changes you in all of the most profound ways.
Welcome to Queen Mary. I hope to see some of you here in London.
So it's always a great pleasure to welcome Chinese students to Surrey.
Just come here, study, and have fun.
We do look forward to welcoming you to study at the University of Hertfordshire and starting your future career with us.
我希望在我们的 campus 能够见到你。Welcome to Southampton.
我们非常欢迎您来参加我们各种各样的大学的活动，可以了解一下亚非学院 SOAS。谢谢。
Imperial is a truly international university, and we welcome students from all over the world.
We would urge and welcome students from China to come and study in the United Kingdom from then on forever.
We love having Chinese students over here. We get the brightest and the best and make sure that they benefit greatly from their time in our university.